Hey guys, welcome to Night Owls. It is August 20th and Sunday night. It's great to have you guys here. Wildcat Diva, it's good to see you. And welcome everyone in Rumble. I hope Rumble's going okay. And so let me just say hi all to
I'll
Rumble.
check Rumble for you.
It usually just a little delay though.
Looks like
Have
it
to make sure.
is.
Okay,
It
good.
says it's live.
All right, all right. So
Oops.
I got the key set up right.
Sorry.
So how you doing, Sasha?
I'm doing good. Kind of tired. It's hot out, and
Yeah, it's we've had I think they call it a heat dome. There's all this band of heat that's just like stuck over this part of the country, Texas, Oklahoma, New Orleans, I mean Louisiana,
isn't that called
Arkansas.
summer?
Yeah.
It's just like in the
Well,
south.
it is a little unusually hot for this time of year. It's although it's by the
It's
end of the
gotten
week it
hot.
should break.
It's
It
gotten hot like this before here.
well,
I
it
remember
is.
one
It's
year it got
not.
up to 110 degrees. It
Yeah,
was
today I got
miserable.
up to 100. Tomorrow's supposed to get up to 99. And it's supposed to be high 90s all week, and then by Saturday, next week, we're in the 80s.
Yeah, we have an orange exclamation point next to us. We're in an excessive heat warning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you got to tell old people not to stand out in the lawn. And Sasha didn't do that with me. I went and mowed her house lawn, and oh, it's so hot. I didn't.
I
I
started to
volunteered.
do it.
I volunteered to do it.
I started it, and he goes, "I'll do the lawn. You can go work in the house because I don't want to go in the house." Like,
Yeah, the
fine. It's
house
hot in
is
the
in.
house too, though.
I know because that doesn't have air in that house, so it's pretty
The
primitive.
upstairs is hot. The downstairs isn't really that bad.
Yeah, so it's a hot time, and we're having a I think Gumroad is just getting better every week now. I made a change where we used to do two a week, but it kind of split the audience. So now we just do one a week, and we alternate between Friday nights and Sunday, and it's beginning a full house every time. We had a really great session today. We went 2.5 hours. I thought it was really fun. So I know you saw part of it, Sasha, and it was good. So,
It was.
and I want to thank Sasha because she suggested, and this is the first we're announcing it, the book review for next month. And what is it, Sasha?
Oh, I just saw this book at a antique mall, and I bought it for you. And I thought maybe you guys could read it because I read it before. It's pretty good. The Shepherd of the Hills.
The Shepherd of the Hills, and that
And it
was, I
takes
think,
place in the Ozarks. Like the guy that wrote it, they have kind of a little museum-y type thing inside the toy museum about him, and I think they have some kind of trail that you can walk on.
wasn't that
Uh,
like
Ronald Reagan's favorite book.
they made a movie about it too? I
They
didn't know
did.
that.
I've never seen the movie. I'm sure it's probably good,
Yeah.
but
So,
it's not a really long book. But I thought it was a good book when I don't really remember it, so it'll be nice to reread it.
yeah, let me just see here. Let's watch. All right, hang on here.
You're muted for a second. I was like,
Well,
oh,
no, it's not. It's let's see, Shepherd and the Hills trailer. Let me just bring this up so we can watch it. It brought me up on this other weird site and it wasn't as good as YouTube. So, videos of Shepherd of Hills trailer. Bless you, bless you. Here's one. All right, let's take a look at this. So we get to, and Ronald Reagan says it's his favorite book, and it's people like hillbillies. Is it about hillbillies like me, or?
well, it's about like from what I remember, it's about like this grifter guy.
Oh, there you go. Here we go. I love how the music then was just so over the top. This is 1941. One of the great novels of all time. So we're going to be reading one of the great novels of all time.
Harold Bell writes The Shepherd of the Hills, revealing a strange, beautiful world hidden behind the rugged ramparts of the Ozark Mountains.
Yeah, there I am. That kind of looks like Sasha's house. She narrated it a little bit. It's in the woods.
I don't know. That house might be in better shape.
Creating characters that the screen has never known before. John Wayne.
Oh, John Wayne was in it.
He
Oh, wow.
fulfills his oath to kill, he must put aside all thoughts of love. Betty Field, beset by the dramatic conflict
What's she doing wearing pants, Sasha? I thought the trad
Oh.
women didn't wear pants back then.
between her
Probably
love
'cause
and
it was
her mountain
comfortable.
loyalties. Harry Carey, stranger who takes his life in his hands to change a younger man's fateful destiny.
Listen, Sammy. He's my son. I've searched for him as long as he's hunted for me.
He swore a blood oath to kill you when he finds you.
Get up the trail, I told you.
Pick him up.
Pick him up yourself.
You know, I just saw this John Wayne. Someone was writing, I was reading an online session, that about since 2012, there hasn't been any like white male hero characters anymore. They've totally purged that from the movies.
So who was the last white male hero character?
I don't
in
know that like
2012?
they're going to get rid of 2000. They said that was about the time frame. I'm not,
Oh, okay.
exact, but you know, for example, James Bond, they're going to make it like a female or something, and so that is kind of interesting. The cultural war against us.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember back, he's either fighting agin you or he's fighting for you.
Was that her Arkansas accent she was trying, I guess?
You've got to turn back. Turn back from killing.
Get out of the way, Sammy.
This is a long trailer. It's like they give most of the movie away
It's
in
all
the
in
trailer.
between us.
John Wayne was a big guy. Look how big he is compared to her.
Mhm.
Most movie stars are pretty small, short,
They
really.
are. Like Humphrey Bogart, he was really small.
Yeah, and but I think they do that so they can match up this. It makes it look right, you know. What if the guy's real
Right.
tall? Because if you look at this, let me back up a little. He's just so much taller than her. Look at that.
He is.
She's a cute little thing, though. Surging with the power of an ancient feud. Glowing with the unspoken romance and the secret hearts of a boy and a girl. Oh, they're falling in love. Well, the book's supposed to be good. So the movie
Yeah.
looks kind of dated, but
Well, yeah, it was made in 1941.
yes, this was. I don't think there's probably any diversity in that movie. So
Probably not.
so that's going to be the book club. We'll read the Shepherd of the Hills. So that's supposed to be a good novel. So we will check that out. And so that was it. And what else? Oh, we're having a one of my Gumroad viewers is coming down to visit us the end of this week, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. So that'd be good. I'll give you the details, Sasha. He brought me back later, so
Oh, cool.
it's always fun to meet people. So that'd be a lot of fun.
It
So
is.
and
you
he's going to be also just visiting the area and checking out like the Buffalo River, and just this is a beautiful area just to check out if you want to come. It's kind of a hot time, but by the time he gets here, hopefully it start to cool a little bit. But
Yeah,
he
then it'll
picked up.
just be in the 90s instead.
Yeah, instead of 100.
100.
Yeah.
But you want me to thank the guy that sent the stuff?
Yeah,
'Cause I
please.
think you
Oh, we
forgot
got
to-
K-Max McDonald's. Let's do. He gave a super chat of $20.
All right.
K-Max is a great friend. K-Max has visited us twice, right?
Yeah, twice.
And that was good. It's K-Max and I. We went to the P Ridge battlefield. That's kind of cool. It's a Civil War battle.
We went to the art museum too.
Art
Crystal
museum.
Beavers.
Then we went to Eureka Springs, which is a really cool town. It's kind of an artsy town. We have a good friend that owns some stores up there. And so if you're ever in Northwest Arkansas, Eureka Springs is, I think, definitely the thing you want to do. And if you're into like nature, there's a national park here, and there's a lot of hiking and stuff. It's pretty this time of year too. A lot of green foliage and pretty cool stuff. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the last action hero. Then it became Rock and Van Diesel, a white guy to two non-white guys. Your top 5 all-time action heroes of all time. Oh, good question, KMX. My all-time top action heroes. I don't know if this counts. I like Clint Eastwood. He was a pretty good one. The Dirty
I
Harry.
think that counts.
I like James Bond. He has a suave style. I
Which
enjoyed
one though? Which
the
actor?
original, Sean Connery. He was pretty based. I liked him. And let me just try to think of other. I'm trying to think of other characters. I'm drawing a blank. Can you think of some, Sasha?
Well, when I was a kid, I did like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, there's him.
I used
Yeah.
to watch a lot of his movies. I like his comedies too, like Twins, but yeah, I know he's a jerk. And I also liked Sylvester Stallone when I was a kid. I like the Rambo movies and the Rocky movies.
Hmm.
I didn't really care for Bruce Willis. I know a lot of people like him. I'm trying to think who else was like an action. I don't, The Rock, I don't care about. Like most of the new action movies, I don't even watch. I've never seen any of those Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah.
Like I have no interest in it at all. So I don't know. It's kind of a hard question.
Yeah, that
I
is.
just can't think of anybody like just those two. I kind of liked Dolph Lundgren, but I don't know, is he considered an action hero? I mean, he
Yeah.
was in He-Man, so I guess he is. He was in Rocky 4. I
Yeah.
can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, that is something. So, and then someone did a video about a tweet I made. I haven't even. It went viral. Let me just see if I can find that. One of my supporters sent it to me. Let's see here. Here we go. We won't see it all here. Let's just take a look at this. I'm always stirring up trouble. I guess I had a kind of a viral tweet because I did a tweet that gaming used to be almost 100% male, then women invaded the space, and now we have speech controls. And this is the Xbox, and you can get banned now, like if you use a wrong pronoun and you're out. I mean, you're just totally wiped out. Now, if you hack, you just get one strike, but if you use a wrong pronoun, you get them all. And I think this is something that happened is the guys get together, they shoot the shit, and that's just considered shit talking. But then women get into it, and then all of a sudden it'll all change the dynamic. I don't know if you've noticed that, Sasha, or not.
I never played those kinds of games where I really had a chat with people. Like I've been a video game player since I was like 8, but I always played like solo stuff. I never played World of Warcraft or any of the stuff where you actually engage with people. But I mean, that's probably true. Like they'll get in and then the guys will say something to them, like, and then their feelings get hurt or something.
Yeah, because that used to be, and I played like World of Warcraft years. I played even before that. There was a game called Asheron's Call, which I preferred. It was kind of primitive, but it was real hardcore, and there's player versus player combat. It was really cool. And you killed the player, you could take his shit. That was hardcore. And so it made it real exciting. But people, you didn't have the voice chat then, but they would, oh man, they would. That was back in the day, like 2005, I think it was, that you could type anything you wanted, and there was like no controls, So everyone was calling each other the N word and the F word, and that was just standard. And when I quit World of Warcraft because it became there's a lot of problems with it. It became real woke. But the original World of Warcraft Classic, I played on like private servers. And one was in Russia. And it was really great because they just didn't have any speech controls. They allowed people to say what they want. It was really fun. It is kind of funny how that works, though. And if you allow people to speak freely, they go extreme right wing always. It's funny how that works. So but it is. And so I did this video where, and let me just see how he says. I haven't even listened to it because he's an Indian accent. And no offense to Indians, they can be a great people. I like Vivek, but the accent, I hate the Indian accent, Sasha. I hate when I call a call center and I hear it's like, no, I can't understand you.
Yeah, and they're all Indian now. It seems like whenever you have to talk to somebody.
Is stirring up people on Twitter with this viral tweet. As you can see, almost 1 million views.
Oh, I had 1 million views on this tweet. Wow. What do you know?
Wow, really?
Yeah. See,
wow.
I just post. It's funny because the guy told me about it and I didn't even know it went viral because I just post shit and I forget about it. And I don't really put much thought into it.
Did your numbers go up again because of that?
Yeah, I'll check. Well, let me see where I am on Twitter. Twitter's like my thing I like to do. I'm at 127.6. So
So it
yeah,
has gone up, hasn't it?
yeah. Because I last week I was under 127,000, so it's gone up almost 1,000, I guess.
Wow. That's good. At least you're growing on here.
He definitely points out to the problem. I disagree with his conclusion. We're going to talk about that in a bit. But let's analyze what it says. It's here's what it takes for getting banned off Xbox. 8 strikes and you're out for 1 year. I gotta say, I looked at it. Hate speech is more of a problem than actual cheating.
Yeah. So like if you cheat, you get that big of a penalty, which that ruins the game. And so-called hate speech, that's just crazy. There was nothing like that in gaming beforehand. It's
No,
just
they have
crazy.
to have stupid bullshit for everything now. You can't even just play a game and there's all these rules and if you don't do exactly what we want, we're going to kick you off.
Yeah, and I don't mind women getting into male spaces, but I hate when they get into male spaces and they try to change it.
Right.
That just ruins it. And it changes the dynamic and everything. And also when girls play games and then they get free shit because guys try to simp with them, it's just, it really is like if you're playing World of Warcraft, if you're a girl, everyone gives you good armor and stuff. Oh, simp.
I don't know why people watch people play video games. I've known people that do that. I love playing games. I don't like watching other people play unless I'm trying to find out how to get past something I'm stuck in.
Yeah. So I didn't know that tweet went viral until someone let me know today. So yeah, I never know. I never really check usually. Usually I the only reason I usually find when something goes viral is like I'm in the news or something. Like when I made the Daily Mail because I did that April Fool's joke about the shaking hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they got all triggered about that. And then I forgot. Oh, then when I did that thing about the Star Wars, that Porky lady, I forget her name.
I don't know.
Rose something, and that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Star Wars movie since like the one that came out in 2010 or
I don't know. They just had that one where that lady was kind of heavy, and I thought it was a plot device. I didn't know.
Was that a movie or a TV show though?
No, that was a movie. I don't even remember her character, but she was kind of a hefty Asian. And I said, well, Battlestar Galactica, they had a real cute Asian, thin, Grace Park. And then Star Wars, they had this little hefty one. So I didn't know if it's a plot device, but everyone got mad about that.
Okay, the last one I saw was in 2015, The Force Awakens, I guess.
Yeah, the new Star Wars kind of sucks. I don't really care for that.
And everybody hated the ones that came out like in the one that came out in 99 and then the ones that came out in the 2000s. But those are good compared to the ones that they've made since Disney owns it.
Disney ruins everything now.
It does. And you would have thought like whenever they did buy it, that was before everything went woke. You'd think like, oh, Disney has a lot of money. They can make it a good franchise again. And they didn't and made it shittier.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas would have been better off keeping it. But I guess he sold it for a lot of money. So
I just wanted to go over some of these, a list they said of the best video games of all time. I have to say that I usually get stuck with one game and I kind of stay with it. So I don't play that many. And so I don't really know a lot of these. So let me just see how many of you played. They said number 15 all time was Dark Souls 3. Have you ever played Dark Souls?
Nope.
Shovel Knight. I don't remember that. Overwatch. I've heard of that, but I never
played it.
That's that one person shooter. The Last of Us, I've heard of it, but I haven't played.
Me either.
Minecraft, that was always a popular one. It looks so blocky, but people liked it because you can make your own stuff. I guess it's a sandbox game, meaning you can create it as you want. Grand Theft Auto, did you play that?
I don't think I've played 5. I played like 1 through 3. No,
did
1
you
through
like
4.
them?
Yes, I like them.
You can just do everything. World of Warcraft, number 9. I played this. This was a groundbreaking game. And I haven't played this in quite a while, though. Legend of Zelda, that started on Nintendo. I played the original one, but I guess it really... this game is largely responsible for Switch's immense popularity. I didn't know that.
I need to get a Switch and get that game. I like a lot of the Zelda games.
Portal 2.
Never played it.
I haven't either. Pokemon Red and Blue.
Never played a Pokemon game.
Wii Sports.
I have played Wii Sports.
Was that fun?
It is fun.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2.
Yes.
You like that one?
Yes, Street Fighter 2 is fun.
Yeah. Was that the guy playing that weekend? I won't say his name, but Brandon knows, and was he playing Street Fighter? Remember they had that weird mod he was playing with that was real gory?
I don't remember. Oh no, that was Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal
Like the new
Kombat.
Mortal
Okay.
Kombat.
Yeah.
I like Street Fighter. I played those a lot, like in junior high and high school.
Oh, okay. Tetris.
Yeah, so I love Tetris.
You're really good at
I
Tetris. Yeah.
am.
You said they made a movie about this?
Yeah, about the guy that invented it. I'd like to see that actually. That should be streaming somewhere by now.
Yeah. And Super Mario World.
Yes, the Super Mario World's good.
Yeah. And then Legend of Zelda, number 1.
Wow. No, I haven't. I would like to play it though.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Mario
does look
3's not
interesting.
on that list. That should have been on that list. I guess maybe it's considered too old school or something. I don't see like Pac-Man or anything on the list either.
Yeah,
I like Pac-Man.
I was thinking of the my all-time favorite games, and let me just see if I can show you some clips of some of these, and just give you guys videos. I'm not going to do this. This is too long. Let me just see. It was the graphics weren't that good, but I like the PvP, you know.
On what game?
Asheron's Call.
Oh.
That was kind of like, it was like it was almost kind of like a pre. Let me just show you here.
Was it a computer game?
Yeah, it was. It was like an online role-playing game, you know. So
they should break it down like favorite Nintendo games, favorite Sega games. That would make it easier. Because I don't know, I don't play too many games on the computer, except I Plants vs Zombies when it first came out.
Here,
that's a fun game.
Here, I show you an example of it. If you guys wondering, here we go. Make it hard to be hit.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't play the music because you know what I mean. They'll
copyright
it, yeah. So it was, the graphics weren't great, but this is like 2005 or whatever, and you could cast spells at people and stuff. It was a lot of fun though. I enjoyed that. I know. And I know it looks bad now, but at the time it was pretty bad. And
so
it's pretty good. I mean, go ahead.
I was just saying you should just do like a list like of your top 5 favorite games. Let's see how your list is like compared to that person's list.
Yeah, well, I kind of have some, and I want to show you this. I'm going to show you this, another game I really love. This was not a online game, but I really had a lot of fun playing this game. I could still play this. I wish I had it. Heroes of Might and Magic. I don't know if you guys ever played this. I'm going to turn.
I like the unicorn.
Yeah, and you build up your troops, and then you attack their castles and stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's a turn-based strategy game, and you could play. It got me in the mood. I want to play this again. I really loved Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I got to get this. I'm in the mood to see it again. It was so much fun, and and again, it was turn-based, and it was kind of pretty if you look at it. And you build resources, and you get enough resources, you can develop your your armies. That was a lot of fun though. I did enjoy that. That was one of my favorite games.
It looks better than Asteroid's Call game or whatever that you had up.
Yeah, and another game I played. Well, this was just a standalone game. Another game I really, really liked, and I have on my old computer. And let's just see here. Let me see if I can. Buddy. It was called Masters of Orion 2. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one. And let me just see if I can just do a little bit of introduction here. It's basically a space game where you try to let me see if I have a trailer for this I can show. It was a lot of fun, though. It was a strategy game. You try to build your empire. And here we go. Let's look at this trailer here. All right, I'm going to show this. I had so much fun playing this one. I played this a lot.
All cleared. Set your gamma Delta 4. Request clearance for landing. That's Roger, Alpheniner. You are cleared for landing. Switch to station control. Switching to station control. Sync and lock.
Yeah, 1996.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Cruiser. Moving into attack.
Skipping ahead.
60%.
Yeah, here it is. You see, you could play like you could choose your race, and you could be like this insect creature, and they all have advantages and disadvantages. And here was your map. So you try to colonize these stars, and each star had different planets. So you can, they have, you got to worry about your food and your resources. You can make your ships. You can customize your ships. It was pretty epic. It was an epic game. So I'm not going to go through it all, but that was a lot of fun. Let's see this game. I wonder if I can even find this here. We played this when I was, let's see, in Colorado, had friends, and we played this, and it was, we had so much fun with it. We actually had a league. It was called Front Page Pro Football, and you got it in charge of your team, and you could actually, let me just see if I can show you an example. Here it is. And you could design your plays, and the players had different abilities, and you could draft them. And it was like a strategy game. So it wasn't like where it's like a Twitch game. It was, you just pick your game. And let me just see if I find that here. Where is this here? Here it is. Is this it? Yeah.
Hickman takes a snap, handoff to Lassick. Huge hole on the left side. Dallas on the scoreboard first. Dallas has the ball, 2nd and 5 on Buffalo's 37-yard line. Aikman takes the snap, fakes Dammit Smith on a play-action spot serve and streaking down the field, throws deep. Touchdown, Michael Irvin. Dallas with a 2-touchdown.
I know it looks primitive, but it was a lot of fun. You could really enjoy that. So
I guess if you like football, I don't like football, so
yeah. And then another game, one of my first games I played even before the internet, and how I don't know if it's even here, how you had to do it. They had modems though, so you could kind of get you could call another person. You had to get what their phone number was, and you could play this game. It's called The Perfect General, and I would advertise this in like a game magazine. And so then I did that, and I was able to play with some guy in 1991. And let me just show you guys this. And this is like the first game I played with someone over the computer. And this would have been 91. And it was a lot of fun. He quit playing with me, though, because I kept beating him. So that kind of ruined that. So I should have lost on purpose.
You should have let him win it a couple times.
Yeah, I think I was in Littleton and he was in Aurora. It was funny because you have to get the real number and everything. Perfect General. This is, I think, a DOS-based game.
Yeah, that's a scenario. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you pick your scenario. I'm going to get through here.
Update.
All right, there's the rules. We don't care about that.
To play by the AI. Setup zone of both forces.
And then you set up your forces, but you can see how the graphics look then, Sasha.
Yeah.
But it was strategy. It was a lot of fun. Even though the graphics weren't good, in many ways, I think the games were more innovative back in the day. Perfect General, I played that a lot too. And so those were some of those that I just played a lot. Now, old school, when I was in college or high school, I'll show you this, and you've seen me play this game. Images, videos. I don't know if you guys... here it is. Yeah, I played a lot of time with this. Robotron, if you guys remember this game. And they still have this, so it's always broken here in Fayetteville. And you're trying to kill these robots here. You try to pick up the mommy and daddy. That gives you an idea. So that was a fun game.
Yeah, I've seen you play it before, but like you said, it's been down at the arcade for probably a couple of years now, it seems like.
Yeah, it is. They always break it. The arcade's nice, but they have their games always are. A lot of them are always broken, if you ask me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Mario Brothers, of course, was a fun game too. That was one of my favorites. That I think everyone knows that, but that was pretty fun.
They still make Mario games good. Like they're all fun. Like in fact, they got better in some ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the original, but they're all a lot of fun. At least all the ones I've played. I don't think I've ever played all of them. I think that would be fun to try to go through and play all the Mario games.
Yeah, and for you guys, I'm sure you guys, but this brings back a lot of nostalgia. And I think it's 1985 I got this game. Is that when it came out? Super
85.
Nintendo? Yeah.
You mean Nintendo?
Yeah, I got Nintendo, and it came with this and Duck Hunt. And I was just so amazed because you hook it up to your TV. I still have muscle memory how to do some of these too. It's kind of funny.
Too bad you can't set it up where we couldn't play games. That would be fun.
Yeah, I think we can. We should do that actually and start.
Figure out how to do it. We could. Yeah, that'd be fun. We could play old games too.
That would be fun. So I'm not going to go through it all, but I'm sure you guys. I mean, this was how many copies did they sell of that?
I don't know. I had a copy of it. Like that's how I got turned on to video games. I stayed the night at my friend's house. She had it. I don't think I'd ever played a video game before that.
Right.
And I fell in love with it, and then I begged, and then finally I got a Nintendo. But I got the one that had the power pad. Do you remember the power pad? Mm-hmm. It had like numbers on it, and you'd run on it, and it came with World Class Track Meet, where you'd be the guy running on the track, and you'd have to jump hurdles and stuff. Yeah. You don't remember that? It came with Mario and Duck Hunt. Like if you had the power pad, that was the third game on the cartridge.
Yeah, and let's see here. And there was the one I'm playing now is Star Wars: The Old Republic. That's an online game. It's a lot of fun. So I don't really play with any people, but it's just kind of fun to play. It's a fun Star Wars game. I think that came out like 2015 or something. So it's kind of older, but it's a lot of fun.
2005, I thought.
No, it came out after that.
Oh, so it's a newer one because I know Brandon was addicted to like one of those Star Wars.
Well,
games.
there was the Star Wars, the Knights of the Old Republic.
That's
I think that was like just a standalone computer game, but then they have a online game they came out with. I want to say in like 2005 or around, not 15 or so. Let me see if I can find it. SWT.
It's cool. I found Typing with the Dead, where you can just play it. You don't have to download anything. Did you ever play that before? You have to type stuff to stop like zombies from killing you and killing.
Oh, really?
People.
Really?
It's fun. It's a good way to learn to type or just practice your typing. I think it's kind of fun.
And here's I'll just show you guys a little bit the Star Wars game. This is the one I'm currently playing when I get time, just a little bit of time. And it has it's what's pretty cool. They have you can play different classes like Sith Warrior. And one class was a bounty hunter. And I was going to ask Stu Peters, were you a bounty hunter in Star Wars or?
This is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, we gain strength. Through power, our chains are broken. The Force shall set us free.
Order. The trials. Order.
It's probably the best game with the best voice acting game I've ever had. They put a lot of money into it, and it really kind of plays like one of those games where it's a story, and it's a lot of fun, and it really captures Star Wars really well. So I'm enjoying that one right now. So even though it's an older game, so those were some of my favorites I wrote down. World of Warcraft, Asheron's Call. Asheron's Call was my first online game. Is role-playing game is great. Playing Star Wars, The Old Republic, Heroes of Might and Magic. That was old 90s games. I still want to play that. Front Page Pro Football was so much fun. It was a strategy football game. You don't get many of those anymore. They're all like Twitch-based. The Perfect General, that was a war game that you could play with someone else online. Master of Orion, that was a standalone game where you built a space empire. A lot of fun. Mario Brothers, of course, Super Nintendo, and the old school Robotron when I was at the arcade. So those were games of my life. So what did we got a couple. We got one from Johnny, a power chat. Thank you, Johnny. I really appreciate this. And Sasha also played Dungeons and Dragons. Once Rams plays with Kim Coulter, he can say he played a game with Coulter. First Kim and maybe later Anne. I don't think Sasha plays D&D.
I've never played D&D.
And yeah, I'd like to play with Kim. So we exchanged some text messages, and that'd be fun to do. So I haven't played in a long time, and the rules they're playing on are different than when I played years ago. So I'd have to get up to speed on that. So I hope to get time to do it. I'd like to do it. So I just have to get the time to do it. But thank you for that. That was a great, good question. Good question. So thank you for that. So what are some of your games that you remember that you really stuck out? All-time favorite games?
I played so many games like through my life. That's probably why I didn't do that well in school, because I already played Nintendo. Of course, all the Mario games.
Well, now when you went to the arcade, you're like really good. What's that game you're really good at? Like the medicine one? What's it called?
Oh, Dr. Mario.
Dr.
Yeah, I have the
Mario.
high score. I bet if I went in there today, my initials would be on that thing somewhere.
Dr. Mario.
Like on the high score. I had the high score for a while at the arcade, but there's somebody else that's good at Dr. Mario too. But it's like Dr. Mario I love Tetris. The first three Mario games, well, Mario World 2. I like Donkey Kong. The Tiny Toons game was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Moonwalker, I played that. That was fun. Where you're Michael Jackson and they play his music in the background and you get to throw a hat and everything. Katamari Damacy, where you roll stuff up. I just recently finished playing that. They have a game for PS5, and it's basically the game from 2005, but they added a few new levels and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. But all those games are fun. Little Big Planet games, those are fun. I like the Castlevania games. Mega Man's fun. Sonic. I played a lot of games.
Let me just take a look at this Dr. Mario, because I never played this game. Is this the one you played?
Yeah, that's it.
What are you trying to do here exactly?
You have to like kill the germs. So you have to put like 3 of the colors that match on them.
The music's obnoxious, at least.
Well, it depends on which music you pick. You can pick like 2 different kinds of music.
Oh, okay.
There's chill and fever.
And this is being irritated music. Let me skip ahead.
He needs to flip that around. Yeah, he fucked up.
Oh, did he?
Unless he's trying to do something else. That's not what I guess he did okay.
So
I try to knock him out the top first, though, because if you don't, then that's an easy level, though. He's like on level 5. If you go to level 20, the pill bottle's all the way to the top. You have to move real quick. Yeah, Dr. Mario is really fun.
Is it kind of like Tetris then?
Kind of. It's funny, Brandon always said I was good at all the games that were hard and everybody hated, aside from like Dr. Mario, but there's a game, the Back to the Future game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be kind of like the movie, but the graphics are really shitty, but I'm pretty good at that game too. And it's hard. Like, it's one of those games I just had to play a bunch when I was a kid till I got good at it.
Right.
But I don't know. You could show that and how horrible it is.
What game is that?
Back to the Future for Nintendo.
Yeah, okay. Let me take a look at that.
It's really hard. Like bees come and swarm you, and you can only get hit a couple times, but then you get a skateboard, and then you can throw bowling balls at people. And then there's the level where you go in the cafe, and Biff throws milkshakes at you, and you have to dodge all the milkshakes.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to pay attention when you're playing that game. You can't I can't be distracted when you play it.
What did it? Was it
a lot of concentration?
Was it a popular game or was it
no,
not really?
Probably not. Like everybody hates it.
Is this? Oh, really?
Like,
Is
it's
this
probably
it?
yeah, that's it. It's like probably like worst games ever, but I played that game a lot. See, and you can't hit those girls. The clock's what you need for time. So you're trying to get clocks and see these bees swarm you. You
Mhm.
can't. You have to jump around that stuff. Like this guy's pretty good at it. There's your skateboard, the orange thing. So there you go. But I mean, it's fun for me because I'm pretty good at it, but it's not a good game. But you have to, just like the game, you have
I
to
mean,
go
it's
back.
pretty. What does the dancing girl have to do with Back to the Future? I don't want to get that.
Nothing. Well, I think it's she's got a hula hoop, and I think isn't
Oh,
there
from
like
the
a time in the
50s.
50s, like
Yeah,
yeah,
hula hoops used to be, I guess, the fad in the 50s or whatever.
yeah.
Can you
So
hula hoop?
no, when I was a kid, I was better at it. I could do
Mhm.
it. I can do it on my arm, but I
Mhm.
guess probably everybody can do it on their arm. But I can't do it on my hips for very long. When I was a kid, I had a friend, guys. She was so good at it, she could go forever. When we were kids, okay, it's kind of fun when you're a kid to try to
Mhm.
do it, um, but yeah, I played a lot of games. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I love Plants vs Zombies. That's a really
I
really fun
played.
game.
I never played that, and I played it with you, and that was actually a fun game.
Yeah, it's really fun. I
Yeah.
liked the zoo game too, Zoo Tycoon. It's kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
Sims, but you make a zoo. It's kind of hard. Sims I liked too early on, but man, it gets to be such a waste of time. It's like you're doing all this stuff you should be doing for yourself, like making your meal, eating, going to the bathroom, taking a shower, and it's like, wait a minute, why am I making like a character do this? I should be doing this myself. But
Yeah, I
I,
remember this. This was, let me just take a look at this game because I remember when this came out. I played a little bit of it, but it's a game that it just eventually I just music was so irritating back then.
oh yeah, this is the really old one. I remember
Except
this too.
you could build your stuff. It was kind of fun, I guess, but
It
I don't know.
is. It is fun.
It's kind of like
But
I
I
don't
like
know
the
though.
newer ones though, the ones with people, because that's SimCity. I'm talking about just the straight up Sims,
Oh, where the
where you're like
people, yeah.
people and you can get in fights with people and stuff. Those are the ones I like. Or you can go to the pool, or
Well, Brandon, he plays that Second Life,
yeah,
and I think didn't his character get married or something? But
yeah. He had to marry his character off because like other characters were hitting on his character
oh,
or
really?
something, because he had a girl character. So, and you asked him too. You go, "How's the couple?" And he's like, "You mean my characters?" And it's like, "Yeah, they're a couple, aren't they?" And it's like, "Yeah." But I don't know. The whole Second Life thing always seemed kind of silly to me. They did made fun of that in Hot Tub Time Machine. Remember the guy was going to prison like in Second Life, and he was like working out in jail. Like it's like those games are such a waste of time.
Now you actually ran into someone that actually played. I guess there's that Meta that I thought that failed, but I guess it's still going on where you wear the virtual reality stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Still a thing. I've
that
never played it.
I couldn't imagine doing that. I don't know. To me, that just wouldn't be that
I
interesting.
always think of the movie Lawnmower Man when I see that shit. Did
Yeah.
you ever see the Lawnmower Man?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a movie that came out in like 1990, and this guy, he's kind of like slow, and then he ends up being real smart and being in the whole virtual thing.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's not a great movie. But
So, what other games do you have on your list there?
I didn't make a list because I didn't know till the like last minute that we were doing that. Let's see, I named a whole bunch of games. I played the Simpsons games. Those were kind of hard, where you go around spray painting the town because aliens invaded, and you have to spray everything that's
Oh,
purple.
how about new games? Because you remember we got because one of our Jackson was playing Stray, and we got that. Did you like that?
Oh yeah, I liked it. I got to finish it. I kind of took well, I got Stray, and then I started playing Little Big Planet, and then I'm not sure how far I am. I don't know how many levels are in that, but then I got a Sonic game, so I started playing that, and then I got the Katamari, and I beat the Katamari game, so I have to go back to the other games. Oh, and Kingdom Hearts 4. I started that too, so I need to go back to that because I want to beat that.
I guess that's the sex difference because women tend to not to play shoot 'em up games. You don't care for those, do you?
I liked Grand Theft Auto. Like you get to
Yeah.
shoot stuff in that. You get to go around like just massacring people if you want to.
Sounds kind
And
of fun.
wrecking
Yeah.
cars. It's really fun. I should get it and we should play it this weekend.
Oh, I
I
got
can
it.
miss playing video games.
You too. We got another anonymous. Thank you. And by the way, you can't send them these anonymous. You should check out Lords of Magic. It's available on the Steam. It's one of my favorite games, similar to Heroes of Magic. I will have to do that. Thank you. Maybe we can play them together a session. We can stream it.
Yeah, we should. We should do something like that. Change up Night Owls and do that one week. I'd be cool to do that if you
Yeah,
want to play a game.
let me see. Look at the game right now in the trailer, what it looks like. So maybe we could get everyone. And there's also some of those the Jackbox games you could play with a whole like thousands of people. That might be kind of fun. I might want to do that.
Oh,
I
those
got to
are
get
fun.
one. I got to get one for you get the computer one is different than the PlayStation one, so I got to get another one.
So you get that one on Steam as well?
I don't know. Let's see here. Lords of Magic. Let me take a look at this. I wonder if this is it. I'm going to show this. See if it looks good. Oh, I got one. Cringe Panda. Cringe Panda. Hey, Cringe. I hear a lot about Vivek, but he's not founding stock. If he were to win, he'd bring half of India over here. We can agree with us, but he can't lead us. America was created for specific people. Oh, and that's $10. Thank you. Yeah, Cringe. The way I look at this is we are what we are, and you just got to do best of what we have, And of all the candidates, to me, he seems the best. And the fact he's Indian doesn't really bother me that much. What's your thoughts on that, Sasha?
I mean, you can't be that picky about. I mean, he's saying good things.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I would prefer him over somebody like Mike Pence or.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't know. I mean, he's probably going to suck too. I mean, they probably all will, but we don't have a lot of good options. I think that's the point.
Yeah, because Trump will end up in jail. That's almost guaranteed.
And Trump didn't do most of the shit he said he was going to do.
No,
as far as immigration, he was kind of, but he was better than Biden, but still he didn't deport anybody or build the wall or any of that stuff.
Let me just take a look at this game that I'm on. I got to keep. I'm going to write this down so I remember to do this. What is it called again? Lords. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look at this guy. See if it looks cool. Do you think gaming is a generational thing, or is all generations like? I couldn't imagine my dad playing.
My dad wouldn't understand it. I don't think I had my best friend from like high school. Her parents played a tiny bit of games. They were boomers, but I don't know. I mean, I think older people like computer games better. Maybe like you played computer games.
Yeah, but I kind of started earlier because I know this will shock you, but I hanged around a lot of the like Alan. He was he had an early adopter of the Apple computer, and we used to play early games because you think of me, Chad, and everything, Alpha Chad, but I did play the geeky games.
Were you like the guys in Revenge of the Nerds when they went in their dorm and they hung that poster up with the computer? Remember that?
I was friends with someone that were part of the computer club. I was not part of the computer club, but in the background of the yearbook, they did a printout on the dot matrix printer of the Star Trek Enterprise, and that looked pretty badass. So. All right. Legends. I'm going to skip ahead to see how this plays. I'm turning off the music because I don't know. YouTube always gets mad.
I don't know. This doesn't really. Well, maybe there's skulls.
Oh no! It looks.
That looks kind of cool.
Looks like
that might be fun. So what are you supposed to do in it exactly?
Well, Heroes
you play against each other, or
I don't know. I'll check it out though. Heroes of Might and Magic. It was a strategy game, right? You play turn-based, and you would. Resources and stuff. It wasn't a role-playing game where you play a character. You just have. I will have Lords of Magic. I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, and I looked, and they do have Jackbox on Steam. You can get 3 of them for like $25, which seemed kind of expensive. They always have sales though, so I'll put it on my wish list, and maybe they'll mark it down. Well, it looks like the big bundle is marked down to like $100. It's like, how much shit do you get? 5 of them?
Huh.
That'd probably be fun though. I mean, because you probably get tired of playing the same ones over and over.
Right.
I'll add it to my wish list.
Thank you, Anonymous. I'll check out that game. So, part of the problem is I don't have a lot of time for games, but I I try to make some time. I do like, and then we have our game nights, which we got to have here soon.
Let's have a
Yeah.
game night this
Yeah,
weekend. And
let's
let's
do.
play something we don't play all the time. We always have to play the same games. We should play like Isle of Cats or something, because that's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it's just that we have to get everyone up to speed and stuff. I think
Well,
Ticket
you're
to
gonna have to
Ride would be
you're gonna have
fun.
to get everybody to speed anyway, and you're gonna have to explain how to play Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, I know, but
So it's like, why not just play something we've never played? You're still gonna have to tell everybody how to play it.
yeah.
Because if not, we're never gonna play new games. We're just gonna keep playing the same games over and over. Because like Brandon even asked me, he goes, "Why can't we ever play Raccoon Tycoon again?" And I'm like, "Ask Paul."
Yeah, that was fun. We can.
Like, but I don't know. I think we should try to play something we haven't played.
Oh, we got a tip from Hammer's Breath from Stream Elements. That's another way you can, and thank you for that. It's good to see other people play games too. Heroes of Might and Magic series is the bomb. It is good. The art style of number 2 was great, but the best game, in my opinion, was number 3. Yeah, there was Heroes of Might and Magic, and there was number 2 and then number 3, and they were all really good. And I would that would be interesting. So that would be interesting.
Oh, our friend in the chat, Albion, he said Mice and Mystics. And it's like, I have Mice and Mystics,
Yeah.
and I painted all the mice, and it took forever. And I turned out pretty good, and we played it once, but we didn't even get that far in it. And
I got this new game, the Great Western Trail. We should play that. And you got me this game, Talk in Oko.
Oh, that is so much fun. That's
we'll
an
play
easy
that.
game to play.
Yeah.
Like, let's play some real games.
How many game people can play it, I wonder?
Probably, I don't know. I don't know how many people are going to be there, so
Yeah,
we'll have to figure it out. But yeah, I'm sure we can play it.
Let's see. Why does Jared Taylor see All Stars as white? Haha. That's Cringe Panda. I think Jared Taylor's kind of discussed that like forever. Jared Taylor can speak on that. He's done that. He just focuses on his thing, and I don't know. I don't like to answer for other people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of dealt with that many times. So, but thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Okay, so before we forget, why don't I thank that guy?
Oh yeah,
I
please
started to
do.
that and we got way off track. Before I forget, this guy sent. I don't know if he sent a letter or not. Paul might have taken a letter, but he sent us he sent Paul a couple shirts and another shirt and an oven mitt and a pot holder. So thank you for that.
Oh, and I want to do a shout out because and he sent me this back in June, and I just I think he gave it directly in PayPal, and so but he put together a long email about Christianity and everything. It was really well put it together, and I do appreciate it. It's a $25 donation, and his name is Shane. That's all I'll say. But thank you very much, Shane, for that. That was really nice. So.
Oh, and Michael D sent us some more magazines last week also.
Yeah, Michael D's great. He's in
that.
Belgium, and he's great and really does that. K-Max, who would be Ramsey Sasha's favorite non-political guest? If anyone outside politics could be a guest on the show for an interview, I know who Sasha would pick. I can answer for her. Give me answer for you.
Who?
Drew Barrymore.
I don't know. I know a lot about her already. You want to have somebody on you don't know a lot about.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would have said Paul Rubens, but he's dead now. So a lot of people I like are dead. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'll let you answer first, and I'll think about it.
Yeah, because I was going to say like Elon Musk, but he's kind of political, so I don't think he counts. That's a good question.
It is good. It's kind of a hard question.
Because I'm not a real big guy in actors or anything, so that doesn't really, I don't know. And even someone like Bill Gates is kind of political now, so it's kind of tough.
And kind of douchey.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what other fields. There's acting, there's business,
sports,
music. And I don't really care about what do you how can you interview? That's got to be the worst job in the world, being a sports writer. I mean, what can you say? I mean, I pick up the ball and I try to run with it. I mean, there's not much depth there, really.
Or writers, I guess, if there's like a famous writer.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. I guess it'd be fun to talk to like maybe some mountaineers that climb K2. I kind of got into that. Or I know what I would like to do, Sasha, that because we were watching Yellow Jackets, and these guys are still alive. Some of the guys that were in that crash in 1972, and they had to resort to cannibalism in the Andes. That would be an interesting interview. So that's what comes to mind, because I'm trying to think, who
or anybody that's like survived a serial killer or anything. Like some guy almost was taken up by John Wayne Gacy, but I'm sure you'd already know how he would feel. Like he was probably horrified.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think that would be interesting. I'd like to hear how they felt and what they were thinking, and this, how hard was it to eat human flesh, and did they get to spawn it? That would just be fascinating. That would be I would like that. So that would be my answer. What would you say, Sasha?
I really don't know. I kind of like your answer, because that would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be. So
you'd have more of a chance of probably getting those guys on your show than you should. That'd be funny if you reached out and they gave you an interview.
Yeah. I don't know how much they do anymore. Oh, Pac-Man, someone said, is underrated. Do you like Pac-Man?
Yes, Pac-Man's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a fun game too. I never was that good at it. I know Sasha was, but I'm
okay at it. I'm not great or anything. It's kind of hard. It gets kind of hard.
Oh yeah, all those games used to get hard, and you had to start back from the beginning. So it's kind of the old school.
That's what made you a better gamer, I think, was the fact. That's why I'm good at some of those games that are really shitty, because you have to go back through and play them till you are good at them. So like you said, you have muscle memory. So, and it's funny. I've played those like 40 years ago, and I can still sit down and probably beat some of those games because I've played them so much I don't even have to think about them.
Someone said that Murdoch is done for good. There's an archive of all the episodes on BitChute. They were
That's
pretty
too
fun.
bad. I liked Murdoch.
It was a really good show, so I did.
You were on it once.
Yeah, I was. That was kind of fun. I
always have problems with BitChute though. Every time I try to watch stuff, people will be like, "Hey," or they'll on a Telegram, "Hey, here's something," and it's on BitChute, and I try to watch it and it won't load. Or there's all these problems with that. I wish people would like re-upload it to a site that actually loads. And I know it's not the guy's fault, but it's just frustrating every time. It seems like I try to go on BitChute, I can't watch videos. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so many talented people just because of censorship couldn't break through. It's too bad because they were talented, and I just hate the censorship. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. So, that's that. Oh, I hear the kitty.
Yeah, he ate earlier, so he thinks he's going to eat again. And I told him I'd feed him before I went to bed, or else I'm not going to get any sleep tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it works. They just pester you to death until you have to get up and feed them.
Yeah. And
damn, it's already 9:50. I didn't realize how late it was.
It's 10 o'clock.
It is. Yeah, 9:58.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Mario is available to play on Switch. Sarah, you met Sarah.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have. I'll have to get it. I'll have to get a Switch and get Dr.
We have a lot of fun.
She's
a gamer. She played games with us when she visited us, so she was really cool. I
wish she lived closer because you could play hard games with her. Like some of our friends, like with Mosca, he doesn't have much of an attention span, and it's hard to get him to focus on something like.
There's like party games, and there's like more serious games. And
that's what I mean. Serious, he can play party games, but it's like hard to get buckled down to play something that's my vote is we play something different.
Oh, Cringe Panda said my dream interview. Let me bring this up. Thank you, Cringe. Really sweet of you tonight. And let me see. Bring up. She had a super chat. My dream interview would be Ramsey Paul and brother Nathaniel at the same time on Odyssey. Good night, guys. That would be fun. Let's see here. K-Max McDonald. Sasha would be great at interviewing an animal expert like Jack Hanna. How about that?
Yeah. I never really followed him. I used to like the Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah.
Me and my friend used to watch him when he first kind of started out, and I know we were both like, yeah, he's gonna die one day from one of these animals, and sure enough, it happened.
Yeah, that
but we thought it
happened,
would have
yeah.
been a gator, not a. Was it a stingray that got him?
Yeah, Stingray got him.
But yeah, he
So-
seemed like a nice man, and I guess
He
his
was.
daughters are like doing that work now, like they're in the animal field. So that's good that they're carrying his torch for him.
Yeah.
I think his wife was from America, actually.
It was funny. It was just a they had a cute video. Let me show you this. This was kind of funny. I don't know if
Is
you
it
guys
the one with the deer
let me see here.
and the dog and the cat?
Let's see here. He had a great relationship with her, and I can't find the clip now, but they talked about, it's kind of sad though that he had to
It is
die though.
sad. He wasn't that old. What was he, like 36 or something?
Mhm.
He wasn't real old.
Oh really? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was yeah. I don't see it right here. He was stabbed 100 times, they said. Oh, I didn't
Wow.
realize that.
It's sad.
Yeah, I guess that would kill you. I wonder why 100 times you seems like you'd be get rid of it that,
Hmm.
Yeah, so
He must have been really freaked out.
yeah, that's too shame. That's a shame.
It is.
All right. Well, Sasha, you want to wrap it up for tonight?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm kind of tired.
Yeah, it's been a long day. And I have
Hot
my
day.
show tomorrow. Yeah, it's been very hot. That kind of wears me.
Me too.
And I got a green button outside to go to the restroom. So then I'll pack it up for the night. All right, guys. Thank you very much. It's been a fun show. And we got one more before we go. Sorry,
All right.
Lewis Cipher. Way to get that in, Lewis. Lewis. He said, you should get Jim Goad and Bret Easton Ellis, as they both wrote books about whites. I had Jim Goad on the guest. I like Jim Goad a lot, by the way.
Yeah, you'll never get Bret Easton Ellis. There's no way he would talk to you.
Why is that?
He's like, he's probably a leftist, I would imagine. He wrote American Psycho
Oh, really?
and Less Than Zero and all these books
Oh,
about
I
kind
got
of
you.
like
I didn't even know who he
preppy
was.
kids in the 80s and stuff, and they're all spoiled and drug addicts and stuff. I've read a lot of his books.
Did he write
Rules of
about whites
Attraction.
or something? I didn't know.
I
he was a
don't know
racist.
about the white unless he's talking about the characters in the book, but I don't. I didn't read that one. I haven't read him in a long time.
See, I didn't
can't
know.
remember
I
that
didn't know
I
he's
read.
like a super famous guy. Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
he's pretty famous.
More famous than Jim.
I think
Goad.
Mosca said his boyfriend does YouTube videos and he's crazy. Like some guy he dated is on there. And he watched him.
Oh,
he
this
drives
guy's
nuts.
gay or whatever.
Oh yeah, Bret
I
Easton
know.
Ellis. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
gay.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. You never saw the movie Less Than Zero, did you? It's quite
No.
a bit different than the book. It has Robert Downey Jr. and Andrew McCarthy. It's from the 80s.
Mhm.
And James Spader's like Robert Downey Jr.'s drug dealer. It's pretty good. We should watch it sometime. I don't know. You might like it. It's not as like hardcore as the book. From what I remember, the book was a little dirtier than the movie.
Cool. Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I guess we'll wrap up now, though. So thank you, guys. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see you next week.
All
Hopefully,
right.
it'll be a little bit cooler. And I hope you guys all have a great week. We have a big shows coming up all week, so it'll be fun to do that. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.